Hello, VOD viewers. Testing out a new mic, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me well. I'm just waiting for some people to show up, and then I'll start. If you are watching the VOD, you can just fast forward a bit. Sorry about that. Really nice music. Very gentle. It's like the total polar opposite of this game. I always forget there are classes in this game other than the Warrior, Knight, and Pyromancer. True Dark Souls mode. It's like I have a single viewer. I was planning on asking chat which class I should pick. I can't really do that when I don't have much of a chat. This game involved me playing as Pyromancer. But I did take part in the network test for Remastered, and I used the Knight there. Started with a scimitar. How do you say that? Certain words I've never needed to say out loud. I think it's scimitar. Warrior or Wanderer seems kind of cool. worse than the Thief, though. Like, they have very similar stats. Thief's is just better. A friend of mine picked the Hunter when he first started playing Dark Souls and ran out of arrows and rage quit. And never played it again. True story. I feel like Warrior and Knight are the most boring choices. Pyromancer has got to be up there too, though. It was the one I was using before. Lore for all the presets. Storm Royalty. Dragon Scholar. Thorland Clerk. Jubilant Katarina. Dubious Karen. Classic Xena. Warrior Princess, Eerie Great Swamp, Far East Traveler. I haven't checked, I'm curious. Is somebody actually viewing the stream or is it just online? Guilty Gear stream. Hey NW. Can you hear me? I'm testing out the mic. I don't know how close or far away from it I need to be. It's like a full-size condenser microphone that I've had for a few years. Okay. It's a microphone I've had for a few years, but I'm not really convinced it works correctly. Because the last time I tried to use it, the audio was very low. So I thought I'd test it out. I bought it specifically for this type of use. Like 3 years ago. I never used it. Really cheap mic, but it makes me look more professional. I'm not like too low. Well, I was kind of... This right here is like the normal distance away I would be. Is it too low here or fine? It's kind of impossible to test this stuff without viewers to give me feedback, unfortunately. From Software hair. It never really got better. I guess it looks kind of fine in Bloodborne. I don't know if the game audio is what's loud or if my mic is just too low, to be honest. I think it's a problem with the mic. But I'll see. How's this? Okay. I really don't know what I'm gonna pick as far as class goes. Oh, and I'm not wearing headphones, so if there's feedback from my speakers or anything, let me know. If that happens, I'll put headphones on. I really like the way the Wanderer looks. Badass. I guess this stuff isn't that important in the grand scheme of things, considering how different my character looked in Dark Souls 3 after I got pretty far into it. What do you think? Knights focused on HP. Warriors focused on attack or strength. This is a dexterity build. I guess that's a dexterity weapon then. This is also dexterity. Those two wander. Feels like Master Key is the most useful thing here. That or Tiny Bing's ring. This is interesting. None of the other Souls games I played had anything like this. Swim Humanities is probably pretty useful too. Explodes upon impact when thrown. More deadly than an STD bomb. That's impressive. STDs are pretty bad. Hormones, female. It won't go any further. Why won't it go any further? Oh my god, what does it do? This is horrifying. This is terrible. This character creator is really something. I don't think hormones work like this in real life. What is wrong with her face? She's wearing her face like a mask. Ugh. Turned into me. Part. Using a controller this time, so not much Not much of a chance to use my new keyboard here. Oh. I can type. Alright, I guess it's time to start.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees.
Every game should have an opening narration by this lady.
Dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold. Life and death. And of course, light and dark.
She says so much here without actually
Then
saying all that
from
much.
the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
How does it feel? I wonder how it must feel to be the first of the dead.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
So, like, if all of these people lived before the fire,
With the
what were their lives
strength of
actually like?
gods,
What kind of lives did they live?
challenged the dragons.
What was this world actually?
Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
And the furtive pygmy didn't do shit. I guess he ended up with the Dark Soul. But he sure as hell didn't
Thus began
do anything in
the
that battle.
Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
I don't think it's controversial to say that this game was inspired by Berserk. The dark sign is like one of the most obvious aspects. I haven't really
Yes,
played this game much, and I know that.
The dark sign brands the undead.
Dark sign
And
looks
in
almost
this land,
exactly like the
the undead are corralled
Eclipse.
and led to the north. where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
This actually looks very nice.
This is your fate.
I did hear that people got mad that this version changed the lighting, but I think the lighting looks really good. Thanks for the corpse. You could have just thrown the stuff down without the corpse. I mean, I'm hungry. I guess I can eat the beef jerky. Pillage corpse. Oh, this is gonna be weird because I'm using a PlayStation controller. Should have modded it. Dungeon cell key. Yeah, you could have just thrown me the key. Okay. So A is X. I think I know all of this. Playing Dark Souls 1 from the perspective of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. This weapon sucks. Oh! Oh wow! Hey! I didn't know you could see this guy from the very start. How you doing? Yeah, silent demon, right? It's a thick boy. B. Ow. Circle. I don't own an Xbox controller because I've never owned an Xbox. I guess I could buy a Windows Xbox One controller, but a PS4 controller seemed to work well enough. Ow. That's... I'm sure there's people who play this game on mouse and keyboard somehow. I guess they have no other option. I feel for them. Though they must have improved the keyboard and mouse controls in this version. Heard they were completely unusable in the original PC release. Also, I do own the original PC version too, and let me tell you about PlayStation controllers. They don't work. Not only do they not work, but the game just completely flips out when you use them. Tried so many times to play the original version of this game on my computer, my old computer, and it didn't work. It just, the performance was so inconsistent, it was unplayable. It was like Bloodborne times 100. frame rate was jumping between like 20 and 50 constantly. It was so jerky. It was just gross. Even when I locked the frame rate, like the game default had a 30 frames per second lock. I used the Durante fix to unlock it. Even when I blocked it back, it was still ridiculous. It was still unplayable. Never got it to work. This version, even when I first got this version, it ran fine on my old PC. And it runs even better on this one, obviously. So you're gonna kill me, huh? This is the part where people die. Well, this is the part where people are supposed to die. I know you can kill it. That's really not gonna happen. Wait, no, you're not supposed to die. You can just leave. I bet somebody has killed it with the broken sword, though. I'm sure that's happened. Get your shield. Don't shoot me. Leather shield. I really like the Bloodborne menu systems. This game is kind of weird in comparison, but it's not bad. I also really like the menu system in Demon's Souls, but it's been so long since I played that game that I probably wouldn't remember. I wouldn't, like, have muscle memory with it anymore. Scimitar, or Schmiter, I don't know how it's pronounced. Good damn stats. Seemed like a solid starting weapon. Oh, look at that sexy blade. It's too hot for Twitch. So, one thing is I really like how Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne feel. The speed of the movement and just the general movement and the feel of the attacks in general. And this game does not feel like that at all. And it's definitely something that's gonna be very hard to get used to. Okay. On the other hand, playing a Souls game at 60 frames per second is nice. That is such a dick move. Is this Oscar?
Oh, you.
No, Oscar's Demon's Souls, right? It's basically the same character serving the same purpose.
I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Oh, is it Oscar? What is your decision? Sure.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know.
Yeah, it sucked pretty hard
I
if you're
can die
using
without
that
my
equipment
help.
and you get fucked up here.
One more thing. Here, take this.
It's like a pretty, at least in
Estus flask.
Dark Souls 3, that's a
An undead
pretty,
favorite.
like, mid-level shield. Definitely a nice one to have.
And this.
I don't know what his armor is, though. Historian armor. Undead Asylum. F2 East Key.
Now I must bid farewell. I
Farewell.
would hate to harm you after death. So go now.
Oh yeah, this is
Thank you.
Zombieland.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. And thank you.
How did this person die? That is a question for the ages. What got in here? Oh, he doesn't drop anything. Okay, from that way. What? That is down here. Ooh. Shortcut. Heard this game has a lot of those. Probably more than any other Souls game. What I've heard is correct. Since you don't do teleporting, fast travel, or anything like that. Oh, that was a lot funner than it should have been. Use the key. Cool. I believe there's a tough boy here somewhere. There he is, red eyes. Take warning. There was a time in my life I was addicted to TV tropes, so unfortunately it's part of my vocabulary. And I don't think I can change that anymore. Parry. Well, didn't do that. I bet a speedrunning strat is somehow skipping straight to there and leaving without fighting the boss. Feels like it should be one at least. Oh, that's locked. I just thought this was such a cool thing. Is this the PC version? Yes, it is. This is Dark Souls Remastered on PC. He's got some big ass balls. Or whatever that is. I don't know what Dark Souls demons have. Ow. He is, yeah. Silent Demon is a thick boy, among the thickest. He's all all thighs and stomach. It's hard to tell where the thighs end and the ass begins. Also, yes, hello, Amashi. How are you doing? Yamashi? Big Pilgrim's Key. He did not skip leg day, that's for sure. No, he didn't. I remembered I played the Switch version of Soft after I beat this boss. Laughed my ass off, yeah. This boss is the easiest thing in this game. Does not prepare you for the rest of the game, for certain. Not that I've played much of this game at all. I've only, furthest I've gone is made it to the first real boss. Good luck. Big Pilgrim's Key. Find the big burb. There's a nest here though, but I don't think you can do anything with it yet. I'm sure you can come back here. Yeah. Oh, that bloodstain. That is a bad spot for a bloodstain. Yeah, you can't even interact with it yet, can you? I thought you could. I swear I interacted with this. Maybe the bloodstain's in the way. I'm not gonna die here. Trying. I do know those nests do something though because they're in Dark Souls 3. They traded items using it. Back? Time for the big burb.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated.
I want this lady to narrate my life.
One day an undead shall be chosen.
Look at that Corvix. It's so nice. It's a great asset.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
You know,
To the land of the ancient lords.
there were actually birds that large in real life, believe it or not.
Lordran.
Like, not even, I mean, there were flightless terror birds, which is an amazing name for a bird. But there was also a gigantic ancient crow that, I don't think it was that large, but it was comparable in size. The picture of it, of its fossils, gigantic. In Lodran, level up and kindle up bonfires. Level up. So this is a dexterity build, and only the dexterity build. Apparently, everything else is kind of low. Yeah, dexterity stuff here.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins
Up
of the
between his
massive
legs.
land town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling.
Not much to go on. That is the story of the Dark Souls series.
That's why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
Take a shot every time a Dark Souls NPC laughs after a sentence, and you will actually die. Don't do it.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
What is he talking about? The game doesn't tell you. I'm pretty sure he's telling you that. The game is hinting that you can't be invaded while you're hollow. Makes the game harder but easier.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy, uncoveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Moses apparently existed in this world at some point. Do you have anything else?
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Wonder if this guy drops his armor. He is probably way higher level than me, though. I can't fight him. Treasure ahead. No shit, Sherlock. Oh, 3 humanities. Thank you, Amashi. I appreciate it. I got that alert set up. The first time I've seen it used. Yeah, I ended up just using stock animation. Maybe at some point I can ask somebody to make something for me. Swan helped me set it up, or he advised me on how to do it. Dude, that startup, man, those startup frames are terrible. Gotta keep an eye on my stamina. Off you go. Oh! Come on. I bet you have normal startup frames. Come on. Oh. Nice. I think it takes GIFs. GIFs. I'm gonna say both, so I piss everyone off. As well as I think JPEGs and I think other. I don't know what image files it uses. It might just convert whatever. But yeah, I'm 99% certain it was a GIF. J-offs. I called a Jeff J-off once, and he was not pleased. J-off Kaylee. If I could find a middle ground between GIF and GIF, I would say it, but it's... Nope. Fire bombs. Those are actually pretty useful. Does it have a kick? Whoa! There's command normals in this game. What is that? That is a command normal. I'm not sure what it does. Huh. That might be kind of dangerous if I accidentally proc it. It seems like if I tap a direction and the light attack button, it does that attack dodge thing. Soul of a lost undead. Playing this game makes me wish I had an Australian accent, so I could sound whimsical. Rat of unusual size. Can't backstab. Oh, poison. They didn't do that in Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. The ragdoll physics in this game are top-notch. They're even crazier than Bloodborne. You become one with the creature. Does not open from this side. Sure, I'll see that a lot. I think there's a fucking dragon here. Oh no. Thinking of a different game. Oh. What is... Use the corpse as a shield? Yeah. Oh, okay. Same run, same jump. This is the same jump as Bloodborne. I know I'm trapped here. Not cool. When they're alive, they're like immovable objects, but once they die, they transcend into pure hilarity. This is what happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. It's way too entertaining for me. Yo. Down there. Rubbish. How useful. Is there any more hanging boys? I don't see any. Oh, somebody died. I like when that's a really fun thing in Souls games that I've played is just when enemies randomly die somewhere in the world out of sight, you get experience for it or you get souls for it anyway. Try my best to call them souls, not blood echoes, because they're not blood echoes. But in my mind, they're blood echoes. Humanity. Oh, this is where I was trying to jump. That's cool. I found like a little secret. Oh! How did you get there? Good luck. Large soul of a lost undead. Oh, I have been here. Be wary of Hollow. No shit. In all their Souls games, this means boss. But I guess that's not really the case in this game. Which is weird. Guess these things are just in a bunch of places. Fuck your property. Yeah, this would be a weird place for a boss fight. Wonder what the fog gate's function in this game is. Soul of a lost undead. When I read lore things or item names, I'm gonna try to sound whimsical. Of course, I'm gonna have to try to jump over there. Damn. I'm gonna do this. I am good at video games. You have to double tap in such a weird way. I had this mastered in Bloodborne, but it's been a while. The definition of insanity. Aww. That is totally makeable. Achievable. Doable. Don't let your dreams stage dreams. What the hell? That was something. Where did I trigger? Oh, that was the dragon. I triggered the dragon. Didn't get to see it. I guess the game didn't expect me to do this. You have to be able to make that. Compelling content. Try one more time. Like one more time when I actually jump. Maybe you can't make it. Yeah, this is where the dragon was. You don't, it just shows up and says hi. Oh no. Oh, I thought he was throwing that guy at me. Imagine if they could do that. Using a corpse as a weapon. Next level. Do I... No, I don't want to fuck with those guys while that guy's there. Oh, that was another player. I'm not gonna sit down yet, because the guys will come back. Come on. You can do it. There's a kick, I don't know how to do it. That works. Spear! And the first kill too. I know the drop rate on these weapons is great, so that was lucky. His blood exploded. X-Files music. A good streamer would have had that on hand. Oh. Oh no. Our Harry game's not strong enough. What is that emote? Pretty far away from my second monitor. Is it like stabby? Someone being stabbed? Oh wait, that's a voodoo doll or something like that. Imagine coming this far and then missing the jump. It's an unfortunate walk back. And it's exactly what I did. What was the other direction now? I think there was another door. This way. Oh, it's the merchant guy. There's a guy like this in Demon's Souls.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade
Swan
for
is now
souls.
playing Central
Everything's
Fiction.
for sale.
I don't think you could see it on stream, but it was a Steam alert. I'm only capturing the game, like nothing else. So none of the alerts or anything would show up. I was confused for a moment how the prices worked. They were the ones that are right next to I see. Huh. Nothing terribly useful there. This seems useful. This doesn't seem like something you should buy. This seems like something that would be there by default. I thought this was the hater shield. This is in Dark Souls 2. I used it for a while. Dark Souls 3, I mean, not Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I think I will buy a residence key. because anything that gets you in places, you know.
Thank you kindly.
You're already if you started playing the drinking game, you are already wasted. Oh, let's go back to that jump. This is. I love this so much. They never react the way you think they're going to. It's like they get caught in your mesh, and it takes a moment for their models to leave your character's body, or I have a theory. Your Dark Souls character has his own gravitational pull. When they get ragdoll physics great, yes they are. Especially when they're as ridiculous as they are in this game. They're pretty interesting in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, but they're not nearly this interesting. I think Dark Souls 3 they were a bit less interesting than Bloodborne, but this one they are crazy. They're like jacked up to the maximum. Made it. Praise the sun. 193 ratings. I don't know how to rate it. Oops. I momentarily forgot all the controls. Happens sometimes, especially in games where PC games where the buttons on screen don't match the buttons on my controller, which happens a lot, unfortunately. You know, a lot of people, I know I'm not unique. A lot of people use PlayStation 4 controllers for PC controllers because they work pretty well for that. But very few games actually have that button option. Ubisoft games do, or something. I know I was playing something that let me switch to PlayStation buttons. I don't remember what it was. Is that all that was there? I guess so. Yes, it either shows up as the Xbox buttons or whatever Windows names gamepad buttons. Well, Windows defaults to Xbox buttons always. And 99.9% of all PC games use X input, which is the Windows standard, which uses Xbox buttons. So it's almost always just Xbox buttons. Now the PlayStation 4 controller is a direct input device, which means not a lot of games don't support it. Thankfully, Steam made the PlayStation 4 an official Steam controller, so it is in games like this, it's treated as an X input device, which means, you know, you get the Xbox buttons on screen. You know what? Sekiro. Was it Sekiro? I swear I was playing something where I could switch the buttons to PlayStation. It makes things a lot easier, though. Well, yeah, because I believe prior to X input, there was no standard for for PC controllers, because not enough PC players cared to have a standard, as they mostly use mouse and keyboard. Not having to use stuff like the DS4 tool to recognize PS4 controller, yes. Exactly. I realize we're communicating on a slight delay here. Yeah, the PS4 working with Steam by default is so good, and you can that works for pretty much every game. You can just add games to your Steam library that aren't non-Steam games in it, and you can use the controller that way. So you don't like have to use DS4 tools at all. And let me tell you, DS4 tools doesn't always work great. Usually does. I tried to play the original Dark Souls 1 with it, and the game went ape shit. Oh. Yes. Just cubic. Not that way. That's interesting. Never knew that. Oh wait, it's sometimes super finicky with emulators. I don't remember ever getting it to actually work with any emulators. I tried. I wanted to. I tried to start streaming a few times and ended up giving up. One of my attempts was to try to stream what game was it? It was a Super Nintendo game. Lugia. Oh. It was a JRPG for the Super Nintendo, one of the very first JRPG I ever played in my life. I was gonna stream it, but I could not get the Super Nintendo emulator to recognize my gamepad. Tried everything. Lufia, yes, Lufia. I tried to stream Lufia, and I was gonna say the Temple of Doom. It's close enough. Castle of Doom. Rip. Yeah, that was the very first thing I tried to live stream, and I gave up getting the controller to work. And I don't like playing at SNES games with mouse and keyboard, or with keyboard controls. Can't do it. I already went here. I did actually used to play emulated SNES games that way on my laptop ages ago, but I stopped doing it because I don't enjoy it. I did actually beat, or came very close to beating Mega Man X that way. I don't know how. Wooden Shield, that seems better. Maybe? I don't know. I feel like the riposte or whatever is worse. The parry is worse. Can it even parry? I mean, it's more defensive. I don't know what that 160 to the 198 is. I don't know, honestly, don't know what most of these numbers mean. I'll try it. I have bolts. Don't have anything to use them with. A throwing knife. This game is so smooth. I really like the 60 frames per second. Never really experienced this in a Souls game before. I was running Sekiro at 60. That's the second thing I tried to stream ever. was I tried to do stream Sekiro on my old PC, and it ran Sekiro fine. It did not run the streaming software well. Like, the stream looked terrible. Oh, I ran it. I was testing it for like 5 minutes and it just looked awful, so I stopped. And that's something I want to go back to, because I wanted to. Haven't played that game since I tried to stream it, and I'd like to stream Sekiro as well. Good Kindle, but yeah, I'm not actually sure what was up. Too much. No, the video quality of the stream was like something like old cell phone tier image quality. Like, it looked like it was sub 360p, something like 210 or lower. Like, it was a mess. Nice fresh 14. Yeah, that's actually probably pretty close to what it was. It looked completely terrible. I'm kind of sad that Twitch didn't save that stream so I could have go back to see what it actually looked like. But I didn't want to stream something that looked like that, so I stopped. I think it's because that was all my CPU could handle. My CPU was an FX. It was the 6-core FX processor. It was not good. The Bulldozer gen of AMD CPUs was a dark time, and that's what I had. Could have also been a bandwidth thing. That's possible. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know my CPU was always a very limiting thing. It caused me all sorts of problems for years. Wait. My new PC, I upgraded almost everything except my graphics card. And despite that, it is like night and day. It's like a completely different computer. Performance on all games is crazy good. The CPU that I got it's monstrous in comparison, and it runs way cooler. I used to have heating problems with my FX CPU. This one runs really cool on a stock fan, and I could probably pull some of these fans I have in my case out. They're probably not necessary. I even have it overclocked, which probably wasn't necessary, but why not? It works. I believe that's where I came from. This guy's annoying. I was hoping to get the backstab. Yo. Riposte, bitch. I have 2 different waistcloths now. Them legs. Seems like they only feel like dropping me their pants. Fashion Souls. Oh, Wanderer's armor is actually really good. Like, visually, I would have to find something very good to take it off, because I really like it. Need a very badass armor. I'll probably stick to this for a while. Bad timing. Get good. Be wary of left. That's... I feel like that's a personal attack. Also, take a drink, take a shot every time I say that feels like, because that is a sentence habit of mine. I use that way too much. So, I know there's a way to distinguish a mimic from a chest. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it has something to do with the chain. But that's not a mimic. And so... I do know, this is something that, like, I heard years ago. So I heard a lot of things about this game over the years without actually really playing it. If you hit a chest enough times, it turns the items into rubbish. So testing all the chests for like mimics that way is not the best strategy. At least that's what I heard. I'm not certain. Can I break? Yeah. Oh. Be wary of my political leaning. Banned from Twitch. Not a true gamer. This game knows that clusters of weak enemies are a pain he has to deal with, so they just throw so many of them at you. Where did you even come from? Oh, I think he's one of the guys they fell. Residence key. I knew I should have bought that. I didn't check that. They wouldn't throw a mimic at you this early in the game. Gold pine resin. Is that fire or something? Lightning. Ooh. Wonder how. And some of these guys, the way some of these enemies, what is the word? Aggro? The way some of these enemies aggro was weird. He didn't have a direct line of sight or anything. Another waistcloth. They only want to drop pants. They don't care about anything else. a Titanite shard. That's pretty good. I think that's a rare drop. Be one with me. I don't know what constitutes a rare drop in this game. It just seems an upgrade material seems special. Oh, these guys hit. This guy's... I know I don't have high HP or defense, or whatever the stat is in this game. These guys hit hard. You know, the real question is, will I fight this guy? And the answer is, I don't feel like dying right now. I'll save him for later. I don't care what that is. Because I tried to fight this guy before. He is a nightmare. The game gives you... This guy is so badass, the game gives you a free backstab on him and it doesn't matter. Death ahead. It'd be great if you stand here, while you're standing here, the guy sneaks up on you and just kicks you over. Do a flip. I think that's Futurama. It's best not to aggro this guy because he, from what I remember, he does not de-aggro ever. This guy chases you to the end of the earth. And the developer definitely put an enemy that hard this early in the game just to fuck with you. So I don't think there's much reward for killing it besides that item or whatever he might randomly drop. Which might be something good, but... fuck you. I am not amused. Gave them Estus. Master Key. That was used for. That was actually useful for something. I don't know what this is. Never used the Master Key before. Oh. Is that Havel? Oh, Christ. I was actually going to say something along the lines of, I haven't died yet because I was a pussy and skipped the Black Knight guy. And then I got my first death. Rip. And not only was it my first death, now that's some fashion souls. Not only was it my first death, I'm 99% certain that was Havel. So I guess Havel's in this game. He's right there. I don't know if I can fight him. I didn't even get a hit off. I don't know what kind of damage I can do. It looked like Havel's armor. Try to grab those souls and run. Yeah, he'll probably, if I run far enough, he'll probably leave me alone. Not every enemy chases you like that Dark Knight does. Black Knight or whatever. As I did have quite a bit of souls. Oh yeah, I forget. The most valid strategy in this game most of the time is actually just run past everything. So regular enemies usually give up. Already made it. Do you know anything about that guy? I don't know, like, I know Amaji hasn't really played this game much beyond the first boss. Oh, it followed me! I didn't think they'd follow me that far. Shout out to missing the parrying window. Caught like deer in a head, deer in headlights there. Had so much time to hit him. All I know about Havel is that he hits hard. Well, yeah, I can't say that he one-shot me because he only hit me once and I died. But I haven't played any Dark Souls games. Great. That makes this better because I have played Dark Souls games to an extent, but I have not played this Dark Souls game very much, and I have never discovered this guy because I didn't have the Master Key. So all I know is Havel's armor is in Dark Souls 3, and the guy that wears Havel's armor is really badass. And this looks exactly like Havel's armor, so he must be the original Havel. Since this is Dark Souls 1. Just working it out. I didn't think he would be this early in the game. Could probably get the drop on him. That's not... Is that mine? I don't know if you can see your own bloodstain. It's not mine. Don't get hit! Yeah, that's actually the strategy in Dark Souls. Don't get hit. Usually it's the only valid strategy. A lot of enemies one-shot you. I think that's more of a thing of Bloodborne. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh no, he's already chasing me. I can still hear him. Please. Oh. Fuck you. Should probably set my stream to mature. I swear too much. And that's not fixable. Yo. Now he's up there where I have to go. 'Cause that's where the boss is. Did I? Never been here before. This is a place. I'm in uncharted territory. I avoided the first boss fight. Yeah, new area. I'm only here because I had that key that I started with, that I picked. It was definitely useful. I don't know what this place is. I don't think I want to fight those. Any enemy I have never seen before in any other game by this company I've played always scares the hell out of me, and that is definitely the case with that, wherever that was. What is that? Time to find... Yeah, I was looking for a bonfire. It would be great. Oh, no! Can I have an F in chat, please? The man's came back. That was... Please give me a moment. I need to think about what I've done. I'm going to grab myself Dr. Pepper cream soda because they are delicious. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag sponsor me, please. Okay. Havel one-shotted me. He's a bastard. I'm waiting for somebody who knows Dark Souls to come in and tell me that wasn't Havel. That was definitely Havel's set, at least. Uh-oh. Pushing the wrong buttons. Pretty sure that was Havel. Yeah, I am. When I think of Havel, that guy is exactly what I always imagine. I'm pretty sure it's him. He is a pretty legendary character. One of the most recognizable Dark Souls characters. Up there with the sun guy. And the weird, that weird boss duo. Oh, now that I think about it, Dark Souls 3 had a boss fight against the Dragon Slayer armor, which is Havel's armor, but nobody is inside. It's just animated by his pure will to fight or something. It's very badass. And I never had a Dark Souls 3 build where I can actually use his armor or weapons or anything because they're heavy. This would be a way to lose my stuff. One at a time, please. I put myself in an unfortunate situation. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So, the thing is, there is a bonfire right here, but you have to beat a boss to get it. That bonfire is probably closer to whatever one I was looking for back there. And those big crystal enemies, I don't really feel like I want to fight them right now. They're probably hard, like Havel. But I'm not going to fight Havel either. So I'm going to try to get my souls back again, and then go for the boss. The boss, which by the way is a bitch. The first real boss, he's actually fairly difficult, unless he's a big dummy, and he can be a big dummy and just kill himself by accident, and that's hilarious. But I can never get that lucky in a game. But yeah, the first proper boss is a boss that can accidentally kill himself. So. Get him. I honestly don't know where my souls are. That's unfortunate. Oh, he won't come here. So I could run past him. It's good to know. I don't want to fight those guys, but I want to get this. Large soul. Those guys scare the hell out of me. Just look at them. So, I don't know what happened there. I guess he missed me. And I just got knocked around by the weight of his weapon or something. If he actually hit me, I would have died. but I'm fine with it. Now he'll follow me all the way up here. So I need to keep going. I don't think I have enough Estus to actually fight this boss. I could blow those up. This is the boss fight, I'm pretty sure. I already know about this, though. These guys make the boss fight hard. Very hard. They keep shooting at you. Take care of them before the boss fight even starts. Strats. Boss fight's still gonna be hard. He's a really badass looking demon, by the way. Not thick like the Asylum boy. Who is this? Think I could do this? I don't think so. But I can try. Yeah, he looks like a Baphomet, kinda. Which is... I don't know if you've seen my necklaces. I'm a fan of the design. Baphomet. I mean, this guy's more of a goat thing, but... yeah. He is another demon. Yeah, he's basically a Baphomet. Just, I guess he's thick, you know. This level clearly gives you no room. My shield actually worked. Horus Demon is what he's called. Makes sense. He is a... I guess he's not a goat, he's a cow? Is the Taurus a cow? Dude, his steps hurt me. It's a badass there. He walks and I take damage. So, the interesting thing about Souls games is when you first feel the controls, they don't seem terribly responsive or whatever. They are very responsive, and rip. Your rolls have invincibility frames. They in fact have a lot. Yeah, he sucks. I died when I first tried to play this game. I died so many times to him because he hits you so hard. He's actually apparently a lot weaker than Havel though, since he can't one-shot me like Havel can. He fights pretty much the same as the Asylum Demon, it's just you don't have a lot of room to move, which is what makes it harder. But he can fall off. He can totally just fall off and die. That happens. Apparently there's like a 30% chance of it happening. It's pretty high. Not that I've ever seen it myself. I actually don't know what the actual chance is. I've just heard it. It's very likely to happen. I could make it easier by restoring my humanity, but beating the boss does that, and I don't feel like it's something I need. that extra. I don't think that extra life will help me that much. Maybe not getting hit by these guys would help, so I don't have to use Estus. It's actually very easy to get back to that fight. The key is you don't have to... You're interrupting my speech. The key is you don't have to fight anything. That you don't want to. You just skip everything, because once you hit this, the other enemies stop chasing you. Always handle these guys first. I never really got to fight this boss properly, though. The performance on my own computer was so bad that it just made it was unplayable. This fight was undoable. He seems like he's actually pretty easy to learn, though. He doesn't do that much. My souls are building up a little bit. You can block his attacks. He's very easy to dodge. Nothing about him that should be too crazy. It's just he hits for a lot of damage, but all bosses in this game do. I guess he just has a lot of health. That's the problem. It'd be hilarious if he fell off. I'm not joking, that happens. You can watch videos of it. Oh yeah, normally you cannot stagger bosses until, except for when you can, which is after some bosses, you can do enough damage, they'll stagger. That means more in Bloodborne than it does in this game. I hate you. I think two-handing's the way to go. Who would actually two-hand a Scimitar? I don't know. Schmiter. This isn't really that hard. I got really close. I just need to get good. It's 12:55 where I'm at. That happens a lot in Souls games. You get really close and they fuck you up. It's like... something that you just have to get used to. And just dying like that is just part of the experience. The game does not expect you to play it perfectly. It expects you to die a lot. In fact, you get an achievement the first time you die. I believe that's the case in all Souls games. Description is usually the first of many. I really want to not get hit by that guy at some point. See those? Can't do shit. They can still chase you. They can even hit you through the wall. They just can't get past it. Well, 4 Estus is better than 3. Yeah, they'll really try to get through there. They can't. I guess I was wrong when I said they still have aggroing. They still aggro, they just can't get through the wall. You can actually hit enemies through those too. I think you can actually kill some bosses that way, or so I've heard. I do really like this boss's design. It's just by design hard to hit him, or hard to fight him, because getting around him is a pain. I tend to get stuck in him. So see that hole right there? That's the part where he falls off. This is that backup. And it can end very poorly for him. Sometimes. You can kind of get him to do it. Actually, you know what the strategy is? Didn't think about it. You can change the fight to up here. So you have room to actually maneuver. He'll jump up. The bosses in this game are pretty dynamic, at least more than you would expect. I mean, the game fully expects you to do this. I just forgot. You really can't fight him on that wall. Like, it's intended to be a pain in the ass when you come up here. Yeah, he does jump up there. RIP! I still had another Estus. Yep. Yeah, they can just knock you off. The same thing can. Don't worry. This is a pretty balanced encounter. The same thing can happen to him. I mean, you can't really knock him off, but he can knock himself off. Oops. Running and controlling the camera at the same time. Who needs it? Every game ever collectively decided that you should not be able to run and control the camera at the same time. All developers decided that. I don't know when they decided it, but it seems to be the consistent across all games. All I know about that part is that you can dive bomb him from up there, but I didn't know he could jump up there. Yeah. That, as far as I know, that's the game. The design of this fight is for you to not engage him, just run up and fight him in that area, because he has a serious advantage on this wall. It's really hard to fight him, so you're supposed to run up. And the game throws these archers up here to clue you in on this area. And also make the fight harder if you don't know about them. Fighting him up here also makes recovering the souls much easier. Because you're going to come up here anyway. I am actually going to try that, see what damage I can do by dive bombing him. I doubt it's anything like the Asylum Demon. It takes like half his health. Yo, it is like the Asylum Demon. That is badass. I didn't realize you could do that to him. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Yeah, you can fall off the building. That's a risk, but you can also fall off the wall. The wall's not safe either. You know, this feels like an exploit. I feel like I should be able to do this once. I guess this is the strategy, but I just killed him doing that. Yo! Enemy downloaded. I figured out the strat. Just dive bomb him over and over. Got a homeward bone in humanity. Let's go. I'm not Max. I can't say that is as coolly. Oh, that is cool. That is really cool. I love that. It's a dope emote. Makes my chat look like a real stream. I was gonna say it makes my chat look like a real chat, but it is a real chat. Just one with two people. Pretty sure these things explode, so I always break them. I'm surprised there's not a Bonfire right here. Maybe it's up there. No, huh. I guess the bonfire's further ahead. Bonfires are usually pretty close to boss fights. In other Souls games, they're at the boss fights, but I know the bonfire distribution is different in this game because you can't teleport around like other Souls games. There's no fast travel. Instead, I think this game has like a bunch of shortcuts everywhere, which is a thing people always talk about. Seem to really like about this game. Here. Large soul of a lost undead. Oh, I know this. I think this is a very popular character right here. Oh, there he is. Freddy Dark Souls. I think that's his name. Praise the sun. Freddy Dark Souls.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, and I've
Solaire of Astora, aka Freddy Dark Souls.
I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that.
Such an iconic armor. Freddy for Smash. I think they bumped up the resolution of his armor in this version of the game. It's very, very clean. Look at that face. You can get that armor by killing him, but who would kill this guy? He's so nice.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
You actually just find his armor in Dark Souls 3. Never really used it. I didn't think it looked cool in that game. I guess it looks the same in this game. It just I had way cooler armor, I guess.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be...
Guess I'll join the Sun Boys.
In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what...
Oh, you know, I just realized in this game, beating a boss doesn't automatically de-hollow you.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
So I'm still hollow. White sign,
We are
soapstone.
amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The
Explaining the multiplayer in lore.
shift and obscure. There's no telling how much
Not a lot of
longer
games
your
bother
world
with
and mine
that.
will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation.
Jolly
Of course, we are not the only
cooperation.
ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
He's such a bro. Such a good guy.
Oh, hello there. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
So here is a fun detail that I do know because I played the relevant game. He actually worships this the god of the sun, obviously, who is the Nameless King, who is a boss in Dark Souls 3. It was a mystery exactly who he was. That's nice. It was a mystery until Dark Souls 3 exactly who he was worshipping, and they introduced the character in Dark Souls 3. and people just assumed that the son of Gwyn or Gwendolyn, I'm bad with the god names, because the pantheon of gods all have names starting with G. I think there's Guinevere, Gwyn, and Gwendolyn. I think it's the son of Gwyn. People thought he was the son of Gwyn in Dark Souls 1, I guess. But the Nameless King from Dark Souls 3 is the son of Gwyn. The pantheon of gods in this world is very interesting. They're not like magic. They're not like crazy, like classical gods. They're strong. They're just like big, tall, strong humans. The Nameless King actually rides a dragon, but his dragon is like a giant buzzard with feathers and stuff. It's kind of interesting. That is the worst fight ever. I hate it because I never beat it. It's the only boss in Dark Souls 3 I didn't beat. But yeah, I joined his covenant. This game doesn't explain to you what covenants are, like the other games do. It doesn't give you a thing either. Except for the soapstone. Leave a summon sign. You can use this to engage in multiplayer content. I think this is used for me to join other people's games. I got a bunch of stuff. I have a bunch of... I might as well use... Well, I think I need to hit a bonfire first. I got a crossbow. Didn't realize that. I have bolts, so I can use it. Oh, I can't do that. Makes me too fat. You gotta be careful about equipment weight in this game. Oh. I guess not. I guess I'm fine. It was just the sound throwing me off. Oh no, no, that's definitely not good. Yeah, it was way slower. Fat roll right into them, yeah. There's an armor in Dark Souls 3 that makes that a valid strategy, because it does damage when you roll. I get invaded by three players with that armor, and the entire encounter was them rolling at me, and they killed the crap out of me. It was hilarious. It was a gank squad, but it was the funniest gank squad I've ever encountered in any game. I can't really get mad at a gank squad like that. Oh, this is where it came from. Is there anything else here? Just this man's. You made it onto someone's highlight video? I probably am. Rip. There's their jargon. At least they gave me experience. I still haven't found a bonfire. Here's a funny thing. I used to, when I first started playing Blaze Blue on PS3, the first Blaze Blue, that was one of the few fighting games I played online a lot, and I was in several YouTube videos because I lost a lot, so I was prime for upload. My I just had to search my just had to search my PSN ID, and there were a bunch of YouTube videos of me getting my ass kicked in Blaze Blue. My Ragna was not great. Okay, we have to do this. There is a dragon. He doesn't like me. You know, I kind of like dragons. I'd like to make friends with them, but he doesn't want that. Also, that's a wyvern. Has 4 limbs. A realistic animal, kinda. No animals have 6 limbs. Or no, at least nothing that's not an insect. There is a bit of a difference between a wyvern and a wyvern is a type of dragon, but there is a bit of a difference between wyverns and traditional dragons, since they have a realistic wing setup. Having wings on your back and arms at the same time wouldn't really be a thing in nature. Can I? Oh. I'm a bit of a science person, so those are things that I think about. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I swear it took absolutely forever to find a bonfire. Yo, how did he get that floating? Demon ahead. That's a face only a mother can love. Oh. You know what? So many humanities. These aren't really used in the other Souls games I played, but I do know what they are. So I have it. I'm not. Am I? I can't tell because of the way my face looks. I'm de-hollowed. I'm not quite sure how the mechanic works. I'm trying to figure out what the X button is on this controller. No, I'm not okay. Wait, am I? No, I'm still hollowed. I don't know how to de-hollow. It's fine. Oh, I'm a dummy. Melody's a big old dummy. Reverse hollowing. Humanity restored. So now I have more HP. I think I'm just gonna go full dexterity. I think Dark Souls games always have good dexterity weapons. Maybe not too much. I don't know if I need anything. There's a lot else I need. Vitality, endurance. I can level up so much right now. I had way too many souls. How many levels is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can level up 8 levels. Is a nice round number. That looks good. I think my attack is now very, very high. This isn't even a new bonfire. This is the same bonfire. Huh. This game is pretty cool, isn't it? Darken. So yeah, this game is known for looping back around in very interesting ways. I'm kind of hesitant to knock every enemy off this early in the game because they could still drop useful things that I could possibly use. Also, I don't know how to... Oops. Still don't know how to kick. I guess I don't even know if that's an option in this game. I think it is. A rodent of unusual size. Imagine being killed by a rat in any game. And it almost just happened. That poison. Oh my god. That poisoning effect is lasting forever. I don't have anything to deal with it. Imagine wasting all your Estus on rats. I want to see what an overhead map of Dark Souls 1 looks like with all the paths and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure somebody has made something like that because many years ago I heard about someone making the Dark Souls map downloadable to view in like a model viewer. So maybe something like that exists. Someone manually mapped out Bloodborne, and it was very interesting. There was obvious like shortcuts and paths that were dummied out and not used. Undead perish. I'm actually gonna die of poison. That's nice. Or I get killed by a knight. It's one of those really strong knights. Didn't have much to lose. Well, he didn't die to the rat poison. I think they did that on purpose. Rats that poison you, rat poison. I think there's multiple. Yeah, you can keep going that way, but the dragon probably fires you. I hate when dragons make me redundant. Get down, get down. Is he about to give up? He just couldn't get past it. His you know, this is not something I was expecting to be a challenge, as this is legitimately one of the easy enemies, but that shield is actually a pain in the ass. Also, the fact that he doesn't actually attack very much makes it more annoying, because I'm sure there's a kick button, but I don't know what it is. Kicks allow you to knock shields away. Uh oh. When you keep pressing the wrong button. Can't do shit with this guy when he doesn't attack. Might as well just restart this. There's no point in continuing when I used all that Estus on that one guy. Oops. So, the interesting thing is, there is multiple paths we can take here. We already know about that one with Havel that we stumbled upon. But there is a completely different path from the start of the game that I did not take with a bunch of skeletons. I didn't take that way because the skeletons are a pain in the ass. But it's an option. That area is more difficult than this one. My Google Home was set off for some reason. I'm all turned around. My sense of direction is impossibly bad. guy just doesn't know what he wants to do. You think you're strong enough to go back there and do that area? I actually probably am strong enough to deal with that area, yeah. It is a ways to backtrack, though. I'll probably, if I keep going this way, I'll probably loop around back to the Firelink Shrine place, and I'll probably be able to go that way from there. Because this game constantly loops you back around like that. And I will get back to the shrine eventually. So I'll just do that area when I get back there. Because it would be a pain to go all the way back there from here. Oh, just... Can't even be bothered. Oh! That was not the outcome I expected. I wasn't expecting one of them to just suicide off the, off of this. Yeah, they were stuck until one of them made the unfortunate leap. That's always the dick place to put a mob. Just standing right here, waiting for you to walk by. Yeah, they were the way they were stuck. That's like the reason Mr. Burns and the Simpsons can't die, because all the viruses he's infected with all the viruses, like every virus ever, but they're all stuck together and they can't do anything. So he's immortal. Logic. Back to the Undead Parish. Simpsons logic. Also, the implication is, what is the doctor's name? He's not a very good doctor. So the explanation might not be legit. There are no good doctors in Simpsons. So I'll do that. I'm not going to fight that guy. Unless he follows me back down here. What is this? Can't do anything. It's a bonfire. Is that a pig? Doo-doo. Generals gather. Wait, how's that go? Oh. Generals gathering their in masses. No, I don't know. Generals gathering. Oh. The moment where a song you're trying to recall the very first few words of a song you've heard a million times and you cannot figure out what they are. Oh, generals gathering their masses. just like witches at black masses. Because, you know, it's a war pig. Oh! It's definitely a war pig. Metal as hell. Kind of had a stun lock there. Nope. Thought upgrading my stats a bit might have changed that. No. Nope. Wasn't safe. I had that coming. So yeah, I don't think you can actually hurt that guy from the front. I think he's fully armored. It's 3 damage. Those bolts definitely do more damage than that. Yeah, they do at least 43 on most on the normal enemies. Strategy failed. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it would. I don't even think I thought it would work. I don't know what I was thinking. Round 3. Well, you know, I bet he dropped that in that time. No. Oh yeah, Dark Souls is one of the very few games where your sword actually bounces off walls. That happens in the most inconvenient times. Usually does not affect the enemies either. I think it does affect them, it's just doesn't seem to cause them problems the way it causes the player problems. I really went through those bolts somehow. Whoa. It's like Ultra Instinct. better. That rat had better reaction time than me. It also dropped a humanity. Why do rats have those? Were they human once? The hell are rats doing with humanities? Those are good items. So, you know, they make you human again. Rats are more human than human. That's a song. I actually see the world in context of heavy metal music, so rats are white zombie. I'm not even going to try to sing that song. If you heard it, you'd understand. Oh no, I'm not going up there. I play it on Spotify or something, but I feel like my stream would get taken down playing copyrighted music. I don't know how that works. I know YouTube gets really mad, so my VOD would be muted because I upload all my VODs, my stream VODs to my YouTube channel. Because might as well. So I'd like to get these guys without the war pig. Boom. In the dick. It's always the spear guys. They do not like to attack you ever. Oh no. Oh no. This is... I don't want to move. I want it to stay forever. He'll stay with me through thick and thin. Miami connection. Oh, I lost him. Sad. I had to mess it up. That's the thing. That's the best thing about the physics in this game is like they clip into you and get stuck. It's great. There's really no good way to approach this. Oh, I guess you just don't. I have a hard counter for those guys. It's also another spear boy. So far, they've been the bane of my existence. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the strategy. Ha! I think he's gonna join me, so I might as well put my sword back on. Oh, thought he'd be running at me. They usually do that. Oh well, I can handle this now. Dude. Another waistcloth. I think that's the 4th one. Only armor this game has given me is waistcloths. Pants, nothing but pants. 4 alluring skulls. Oh! I knew it. I knew it. Swan is playing Guilty Gear. That'd be fun to stream. Imagine me streaming Swan kicking my ass for another 2 or 3 hours. And honestly, that'd be fine. I enjoy getting my ass kicked in Guilty Gear by them. It's enjoyable. I feel like there's no... That's when I first started playing like Guilty Gear with a friend of mine. My entire experience was them just wrecking me over and over again, and I kind of got used to that. That's the Guilty Gear experience. Longsword. I don't have a strength. I'm not in a strength build. Oh, and I was talking about a Steam, a Steam alert that doesn't show up on stream. Yes, it is fun. It's very fun. Especially against someone as awesome as they are. You always learn something new. Maybe you don't learn as fast as you need to. Damage is the same. I knew these guys try to sneak up on you. I think I killed all the plebs. Their venom is actually a nightmare, but I mean, it's a nightmare. I don't mind living. There are definitely worse characters to fight. Five. I'm thinking this isn't a valid strategy. These weapons, oh, these are all like basic. I think they have the same attack because they're like all basic starting weapons. They just use different primary stats. Like I think the longsword is for strength. Scimitar is for dexterity and strength, I think. I guess I could check their stats. I think it just says. Still don't know what those numbers mean. I really don't want to fight this. The game's not giving me much of a choice here. Being up here doesn't really do much for me. I could throw fire bombs at him. Oh, I don't even have like items set up. Oh yeah. Attracts. Oh, this is for him. Attracts certain types of enemies. but that didn't work. He's too far away for me to lock on. Nope. Oh, that was good. This pig is actually very smart at staying away from areas where you can be like attacked by you. It avoids being dropped down on. Ha! Fang boar helmet. I am wearing his helmet. Fashion Souls. That looks very uncomfortable. That has to be really heavy. Like, I'm not wearing my headphones today because the last few streams, they really strained my ears because of how heavy they are. It wasn't too bad. It was starting to get annoying because I was wearing for over 2 hours. This looks like it would hurt to wear it. So I can't really... Makes me fat roll, which is unfortunate. Looks cool. Can't really deal with the fat roll though. Oh. Oh. Oh, I guess I could have also run past him though, but I got souls and an item from it. This is a cool item too. Oh, oh. This is one of the few games where the most basic bitch enemies that exist always be really hard to fight and a pain in the ass. Because they tend to set up the encounters in a very dangerous way. When you fight one of these guys, it's never a problem. 3 of them, when you don't know they're there, that can kill you. Also, can you believe there's people who beat this game without leveling up at all? Closest they do to level 0, or soul level 1 or 0 run, whatever it is. They do that for all the Souls games. It's crazy. The your actual skill is a lot more important than stats in these games. Stats help. I'm out of Estus, but they don't replace your skill. Red eyes. Every time I see a red-eyed enemy, 20. Oh, it's the same red-eyed guy from the very start. Mysterious key. I wish I had sound filters so I can make cool voice effects, voice filters, you know? I love when streamers do those. Oh. You know what I can do here? Just to be safe. Don't think you always want to use them this way, but these do heal you. So I'm gonna use humanity. It's not their primary function, it's just a secondary perk of using humanity. Yeah, I would have died. Still might. Is this what they call schmuck bait? Could be a fucking homeward bone. Oh, a large soul. That's not bad. That's some experience or souls. Can't really call it. It's kind of experience, but it's also currency. It's just experience combined with currency. Which is a cool way to do things. Sekiro separated them, which is an interesting choice. They really didn't want that to be a Souls game, so they went pretty far out of their way to change it up. It still feels a bit like one, but yeah, you can't really call it a Souls game with how much they changed it. Or Souls-like illusion. So, I mean, I'm on one hand kind of disappointed I didn't find this by myself, but I probably would have missed this the entire game if this note wasn't here. Oh. Okay, that's a dick move. That's a big dick move. So, yeah, it looks like there could be one. Yeah, exactly. And it totally looks like they're gonna, because this is what illusionary wall spots look like too. That's such a dig move. Oh no, that was a parry. I thought that was a. You know, you can break every wood thing. Oh. You can roll over every wood thing except these tables. You gotta use the sword on them, I guess. You know, I haven't been checking walls. I forgot that illusionary walls are a thing. Oh, that's where I came. Is that where I came? So is there actually anything in this room? I mean, that's a... Look at that. Isn't that... That's a face you can trust. I think that's one of the secret lore creatures. Oh no. Is this a boss? I don't have any Estus. I trust that guy with my life for sure, yeah. So, like, just spoilers that I've... Random, no context spoilers I've accrued over the years regarding this game. I think there's actually 2 characters in this game that look like that. They're like... I think they're called Primordial Serpents. And they're like super secret and out of the way, hard to encounter characters in secret areas. I don't know what their significance is, but primordial serpent makes them sound pretty important. I have watched many. I've actually watched the Vadia Vids channel a lot, and I think that's where I got what that thing is from. I really don't want to go through here. I'm gonna die. LOL. LOL. Oh. It's gonna cut me out. Thankfully, the game automatically saves wherever you are, so you can't lose progress. Imagine if the game didn't work that way. That'd be rage-inducing. No shit, you can't blame me for that game. You did it, not me. Game man, I've closed you and quit my ass. No, it auto saves everywhere. Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be if bonfires were the only way to save. That would be very unfortunate. So this can't be my connection because the stream is still working fine, right? So I'm wondering what's going on with this. I guess their servers are just trash. Bandai Namco, not surprised. Seems that way. Yes, you can. So, playing it offline, you don't get notes. And so far, that's the only thing that would affect me right now, because I haven't done multiplayer. Yeah, these are offlineable games. I mean, the multiplayer component in Dark Souls is huge. It's a huge aspect of the game, but you can play them completely offline. Co-op makes these games a lot easier, but it is fun to co-op with people still. And being invaded by other players makes it way harder. Fuck it. Let's do it. This is a boss, right? This isn't a boss. Cool. I wish I had a higher resolution monitor. I feel like I'm not doing this game not quite doing this game justice. 900p. I have two monitors, they're both 900p. I could hook the game to my TV, but it's 4K, and my graphics card cannot output 4K. It is limited to a maximum of 1080p. Because it's 5 years old. Has USB 1.2, I think. Or not USB. HDMI 1.2, which is hyper limited in terms of resolution. So if I got a new monitor, I'd have to get a new graphics card anyway. It's a pretty good graphics card. It's just old. It was high end when it came out. This guy's tough. This is probably where I die. I did that to myself. There's a role in Dark Souls, I feel. These games are considered exceptionally fair. They're hard but fair. If you die, it's because you fucked up. There's really no way around that. Can't really blame the game. I did that. Yeah, rip. I put myself in a very disadvantageous position. Paid for it with blood. Time for this garbage again. I don't think I can backstab that guy. It's never worked. It's worked on like every other hollow. I think it's the first time I got a parry on a spear. Wasn't sure you could do that. I'll probably run past these, but I don't want to risk it. Plus they drop humanities. Those are good to have. You know, there must be a... Well, yeah, it's right here. I was gonna say, there must be a bonfire very close. I don't know how to get there. Boom! In the dick. I really don't think you can backstab that guy. The spear guys just always don't get backstabbed when you try. I think I kind of fucked up. Made it a lot harder to fight them. Moments where you just forget how to play the game you're playing. Hollow Soldier Shield. That looks good. It's heavy. Might be too heavy. That's always a bad sign. And forces you to two-hand something. Oh! The War Pig was one time only. That's good. It's hard to tell what enemies are unique and which ones aren't. Yeah, if you could backstab these guys, it'd happen by now. Weird. Works on every other hollow. It might be because they're too easy to get behind. Could have at least programmed this guy to be a little more aggressive. Don't appreciate the arrows. There we go. Waistcloth, boys. What we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 waistcloths. We are cornering the market on waistcloths. This is the only thing enemies in this game seem to be willing to drop me. And I am waistcloth collector should be a achievement. And then they're pretty sure they can drop every piece of equipment they hold too. So I'm just getting enormously unlucky, or lucky depending on how you look at it. I guess they're only really wearing helmets and waistcloths, so. He dragged the guy with him. So those shields are too heavy for me, but it's fine for these guys. It's legit. They're literally nothing but flesh and bones. Not sure if there's a way to open that. And I don't think going up here actually does anything. I don't think there's anything here. I think going up here is mostly just a strategic thing. Yeah. Though, it looks like in the future you can jump down from up there. Not sure why you would do that. Oh, I've already gone through almost all my Estus. And that's without the war pig. These guys haven't dropped me their waistcloth yet. Could have thrown a bomb at the guy and blown. For real. You got a jump attack on me. this is the point, the part where you can jump down. No real point in doing that unless you want to go back. Here's something over there. I don't feel like fighting that guy. They're not like crazy hard, but they're way stronger than normal enemies. Oh, it's one of these. Yep. Should have grabbed the souls. Well, that's not much. I don't think I lost that much. 3,000. Pretty easy to get 3,000 at this point. Rip. Well, you know what? I've been streaming for 3.5 hours almost. I think I've reached as good as a place to call it. Beat a boss, 2 bosses if you count the easy tutorial boss. Made an alright amount of progress, I think. So it looked like good progress, yes. Yeah, it was. I mean, I made progress, so that's not always something that happens in this game. Sometimes you hit a brick wall. Happens quite often in Souls games. Till you get good. So this is the conclusion of my stream. I was Melody, and you were wonderful. And I hope you have a good night. Nope. Thank you. I hope it was enjoyable. Good night. Take care.